Hey, it is your buddy, Peace and Harmony with you here today. Much love going out to all the beautiful empowered harmonizers. And before we get started, I just want to give a huge shout out to those of you who have wished me to feel better. I appreciate your comments and your well wishes. I am feeling 100% better, and this is not a sponsor for the channel, but I just want to reach here real quick. This stuff, this Dilsium, this is amazing. Remember back in the day when you used to have the Robitussin, the cough medicine, and it would help soothe your cough? This stuff is amazing. This maximum strength, it helps to, it comes with like a little baby a cup for you to drink it from, and instantaneously it'll help the spasms in your bronchial tubes. It'll help you from that cough. So as we get into, unfortunately, the cold and cough season, I've never tried that medicine before. I've always used like Dayquil, and that stuff is amazing. So I just want to give a huge shout out and like a product recommendation for that. They're not a sponsor here, but I definitely want to let you know that that stuff works. So if you find yourself in the next coming weeks or months getting that virus that's running around here in the US, it is good stuff. And also, before we get started, I want to give a huge shout out to those of you who have recently donated to the channel. Thank you so much for your kind words. It's an absolute honor and a privilege to be able to present this information. It is not readily available. It's not taught in schools. Oftentimes you find yourself in the midst of these bewildering relationships, and it's very difficult, painful, and profoundly crippling to be in the midst of it, and devastating. So very destructive as it can be, oftentimes for those people who you thought were closest to you. So thank you so much. And for those of you, if the channel has been a positive resource, please do feel free to participate. There is a PayPal Donate Now button on the About page here on the Peace and Harmony channel. We would love to hear from you, so thank you so much. And I want to zoom in and focus in on a very important aspect of understanding covert narcissism and their manipulation techniques, and how they pull one over on you, how they get leverage over you. Basically, leverage is like a lever. If you think, back in, the medieval times, or before there were like a lot of tools, or, even, several hundred years ago, and they were moving things in the field, or moving rocks out of the way to clear a riverbed, or to clear an irrigation, or to clear a field for planting, oftentimes they'd use a stick as like a lever to move this rock out of the way. And this lever is considered leverage. So it's a way to have power over or move something. And leverage is another term for really the profound influence that a covert narcissist can have emotionally over their target or their supply, or those people who are in their close relationships. And to have leverage over, it means to have power over, or to move you in a specific direction emotionally. And this is always in the way of, oftentimes, in their best interest to violate your boundaries, oftentimes in the opposite direction, not meaning, overtly, but it's in a withdrawing, or what we call dismissiveness of your emotions. To dismiss means to sweep out of the way, to herald as unimportant, or to let go of, not attend to, not connect to, and not relate to. So this dismissiveness then basically tells you or communicates to you, oftentimes through the ignoring or the sort of shrugging off as unimportant, invalidating your perspective through a dismissive approach, or a dismissive way of adapting or relating to you or communicating with you. So this often then is inattentiveness. And so this also is a boundary violation. It's very important to understand this because it's a boundary violation in the opposite way. So it's a way of not attending to. So it's moving the boundary way out. So rather than having respect, attention, being present for you, they are inattentive, dismissive, withholding, or withdrawing. So it's very difficult to put a finger on this and articulate it and label this experience while you're in the midst of it, because it's so under the radar, because it's so unapparent, because you don't see it coming, because there's no flashing signs that say, guess what, I'm dismissing your emotions. This is a covert narcissist way that they manipulate and have leverage or power over you in a very subtle manner, because they are invalidating your needs. And this can be very subtle and very prolonged. It can occur over several years, several decades, but most profoundly during very crucial or important times of your life or the relationship. When you need guidance, you need somebody there, you need somebody present. That is, they are taking up the space in your life for this relationship. In other words, it can be intimacy. It can be a family member. It can be a sibling. It can be a parent. It can be a coworker. It can be a boss. And if they are dismissive, inattentive, they are invalidating and then having leverage over you to move you away and not providing you the attention, guidance, and essentially the things that you need to continue or to be centered and grounded and trusting of yourself. And trusting of yourself basically means, okay, and then you can carry on, and then you're not caught up and obsessed, wondering in or wallowing in self-doubt that then this specific type of emotional manipulation can create. And so, and this also can include the smear campaign. So in other words, not only are they dismissive of you to your face, but they can also be dismissive to you behind your back, to other people who are important to you, and they are not validating of such. They don't speak a word of support in your direction when you need support, when you need someone to listen to, when you need someone to discuss things with. They are not present. They are not there in body, mind, or spirit. So this invalidates you in body, mind, and spirit. And so then part of you feels like there is something awry, something missing. And if you can't label it, you tend to just carry on and not really kind of know what's going on, but just continue a chronic suffering. And this leverage, they are aware of. Basically, you know, a lot of viewers ask, are they aware of this? And unequivocally, yes, they are invalidating because they are assimilating within their own thoughts that this, I am not going to attend to this. It is in one ear and out the other. It is irrelevant. It is not my place. So they are then shrieking out of responsibility. We're going to attend to this more in future discussions. This is your buddy, Peace and Harmony, and I hope these videos help. Please share, please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support. Love you. Peace out.